Hey guys, Josh and Trevor here for another Whiskey Wednesday. We're here just off site for Argonaut Wine and Liquor. We're trying a couple cool things today. We've got Henry McKenna 10-year and the Four Roses Small Batch Select.
Yeah, a couple of higher end bourbons for sure. The McKenna, used to be an everyday price. It was, or an everyday item. It was one of my go-to recommendations where I used to tell people, hey, you get a 10-year single barrel bottled in bond for around $40. I mean, you can't beat that. And apparently I told it to too many of you because it's gone from being an everyday item to a more allocated item, which is kind of sad, but
Right.
It's still decently available. It's not incredibly rare like Pappy or anything like that, but it's just not an everyday shelf item, unfortunately.
And the price hasn't gone up too much, which is nice. Only about a $5 increase.
Yeah, it's still right around
from our distributor.
$42.99.
Right. Yeah, just like you, Trevor, I was super bummed when it won double gold in San Francisco as like the world's best whiskey a couple years back, and I knew the next day our distributor goes, "Oh yeah, that's allocated now."
Right.
And
Yeah.
I was like, "No."
Yeah.
So just an everyday great drinker if you can find it. Something really cool.
Yeah, very classic mash bill. I think it's like 72 corn, 15 rye, 13 malted barley, somewhere right around there.
Mm-hmm. And you get the really low rye, high corn mash on the nose. I mean, it smells super sweet. You don't get a ton of the baking spices, cinnamon, none of that really.
No, you get a lot of the vanilla. You obviously get some oak, 10 years in the barrel.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You're going to get that. I mean, great on the palate. This is just like that classic bourbon. This is what bourbon is. What bourbon tastes like. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's pretty viscous. It's got a little bit thicker. You can tell it's really been in the barrel for a while.
Yeah, some great sweet notes. Do get a little bit of that spice on the back end of this one. That some of that rye does come through. Definitely highlights more of the sweeter notes, I would say. Like I said, just a classic. If you see one, definitely pick it up because it's worth it. They are single barrels, so each batch is different, which is kind of cool too. You're not always getting the same thing. You can kind of appreciate the nuances and the differences
of the different ones.
Single barrel.
Yeah, absolutely. There are a couple, bourbon brands that do it that way. Blanton's is one of them.
Blanton's, your Four Roses single barrels.
Right.
All those single barrels are fun because, and even if you can get a couple of them side by side, and it's really interesting to see how same mash bill and everything like that, same age, but different spots in the warehouse, different climates, different times of year, how they can all affect the barrel and make them all come out unique.
Yeah, a lot of people don't even realize that. I mean, I was talking to my roommate the other day about, some of the biggest brands in the world. It's just where they are in the rickhouse that determines what brand they are. Yeah, you know what
absolutely.
I mean? And they do taste completely different.
Sure. Different climates. If it's higher up in the warehouse, it's going to be hotter, higher temperatures will do different things. Depending on where in the country, if it's somewhere where the weather fluctuates a lot, like in Colorado, for example, that can, force that moisture in and out of the barrel, do different things. So single barrels are always fun because they're always unique.
Right, you get to see kind of how different things change it. It's kind of like terroir in wine, which is fun to talk about and fun to compare. So next we've got the Four Roses Small Batch Select. This just came to Colorado, maybe a month ago or so?
Yeah, about a month, 6 weeks. This is part of their line extension, so this is going to be an everyday product. It's what I would call semi-allocated right now, just because they're just rolling it out to the state. So I can't call them up and say, send me 20 more cases whenever I want. Right now, I'm kind of getting what I get. But as they ramp up production and everything, this will be just a line extension to the Four Roses lineup.
Yeah, they've told us their goal is to have this on the shelf every day for everyone. They're not quite there yet, but we're getting there.
Yeah, absolutely.
And with both of these, we do have a few bottles of each in stock right now, but there's no need to rush down to the store. We're getting more in constantly. We're getting a lot of this allocated to us very soon, so no need to rush down. You don't all have to come in at once, so don't worry about that.
Yeah, it's been pretty steady on both of these. Besides, Josh hasn't tried this yet.
I
was looking for this one for a long time. I'm a big Four Roses fan, and I hadn't got the opportunity when it first released to try it. And then I was down in Texas on a little vacation with my wife, and Texas was one of the states, so I bought a bottle while I was down there to keep at the hotel and really enjoyed it. But Josh is trying it for the first time.
Oh man, that's good.
It's great. I loved it when I tried it. Really solid. Definitely get more of the rye notes.
Mm-hmm.
It's a blend of, I believe, four roses, as you know, has 10 different recipes. They have 2 mash bills and 5 yeast strains, so that they can basically create 10 different recipes. Something like the Four Roses Yellow Label is a blend of all 10 recipes. The single barrels are all obviously one recipe. This is a blend, I want to say, of, I can't remember exactly, either 4 or 6 of the different recipes and mash bills, and then bottled at 104 proof. Really good, big, bold.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's got and I always forget which of the Four Roses mash bills gives it this note, but it's got this like spicy, grassy note right on the back end of the finish that just hangs around forever. That I love in Four Roses products, and I forget which mash bill does that.
Yeah, it's hard to keep track of the 10 different ones.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
But it's a great product. Definitely a higher end bourbon, $59.99, but well worth it. You know, like I said, 104 proof. I mean, really easy drinking though. Like I said, not hot.
Yeah,
make a fantastic really Manhattan or old fashioned. You know,
really
something where that bourbon really stands up. Definitely. Yeah, just a great one. Definitely one that if you're a bourbon drinker, you need to try if you haven't tried it yet.
And again, like we said, right now it's semi-allocated. We get some of it, but their goal is to have it on the shelf every day for us. So
yeah, we've been getting a pretty decent supply of this one. So if you come down, odds are there's a pretty good chance we'll have one for you. And if we don't, you're only a couple days away from our next delivery. So,
right.
Speaking of bourbons, we do have another announcement to make. Starting today and running for 3 weeks, we will be doing a rare wheated Kentucky bourbon lottery at the store.
We can't say which one on social media.
Yeah.
They get mad at us for that. But the idea here is we wanted to support some of the partners who have helped us out in this tough time. We've had a bunch of local distilleries donate hand sanitizer, buy meals for our staff, and so to give back, Trevor's going to explain a little bit about what we're doing.
Like all our entries, or like all our lotteries, no purchase necessary to enter. Everyone can come down, enter one time. There's going to be a box in the bourbon aisle. You fill out the form, you drop your name in the box. You are entering for a chance to win the opportunity to purchase this rare bottle. But like Josh said, we wanted to do something to promote our partners and Colorado spirits in general. So you can earn additional entries by purchasing any 750 milliliter or larger bottle of any Colorado spirit between now and May 20th, which is 3 weeks from today when the lottery period ends.
Correct.
So any purchase of any Colorado spirit between now and May 20th, you can fill out an additional entry form, staple that receipt to it, drop it in the box, and then you get additional entries into that lottery.
And I don't know if you said this, the only condition on that, it has to be 750 milliliters or larger.
Yeah.
And it's just to help out our friends like Laws, like Leopold's, Mile High Spirits. I mean, the list goes on and on and on.
Yeah, even something cool like Arta Tequila, for example. Obviously, it's tequila. It's made in Mexico, but it is a Colorado-owned company. So we would include them in this. And we basically just want to support those guys that have been supporting us during these tough times. So yeah, that lottery starts today. The bourbon, the entry box is in the bourbon aisle right now. Entries do need to be made in store. You have 3 weeks, so again, we don't all need to run up there at once. We wanted to make sure and give enough time where it's not going to draw a crowd during this time.
Absolutely.
Anytime you're stopping by Argonaut in the next 3 weeks, go ahead and drop your entry in there.
Absolutely.
And, pick up a couple local bottles to support Colorado businesses and get a couple extra entries.
Absolutely, yeah. And I mean, during peak or non-peak times, in the morning, around 9-10 a.m. is when we're the slowest if you're worried about being around people, but we're taking every step, as you guys who have watched these videos have seen, to make your shopping experience in store as safe as possible. So we had to do it this way just for tracking. There's just not a good way to do it, to take online entries for this, but we really want to stress that there's no rush and that your shopping experience in store will be as safe as we can make it for you.
Absolutely. So yeah, come on down and enter, guys.
Yeah, cheers. Stay safe.
Cheers, guys.